Huntdown is a 2D co-op cover shooter created by a small team out of Sweden, known as Easy Trigger Games. What you have here is extremely fine-tuned action and platforming with a plethora of weapons where every single one of them is balanced to perfection and an absolute blast to use. You play as 3 bounty hunters, following a series of jobs targeting several highly theatrical street gangs.
Additionally, the area you'll be headed to has a few minor bounties that are open to your discretion. I'll transfer you those that are in your direct vicinity.
This is a retro-style game which doesn't rely on nostalgic memories of gameplay from the past. It invigorates and elevates the old-school arcade shooter as if it had never gone away. The elaborately animated Warscape and joyous romp of destruction is reminiscent of the purely perfected fun of Metal Slug, and often requires thoughtful strategy in blowing the enemy legions to Kingdom Come.
Threat neutralized.
The first and most immediate thing that caught my eye on this magnificent jewel is the art style and world of story. At every single moment of play, every single inch of screen space is filled with rich detail, creating an atmosphere so thick and intoxicating to behold that I found myself taking a knee, time after time, to simply gaze upon its dark beauty. This game had me waking up all hours of the night and day with visions of its landscape calling to me. This world is given life through hand-painted 16-bit pixel art graphics, hand-drawn animations. Much of the credit can go to Marcus Journer, who created the level art. The founders of Easy Trigger Games and multifaceted contributors to the creation of Huntdown are Tommy Gustafsson and Andreas Reinberg. They have described the game as being inspired by the spectacle and popcorn tone from action movies of the 70s and 80s.
Another one bites the dust.
You presume the influence on the world design by films like Blade Runner and Akira. The tongue-in-cheek cutscenes, which feature an expansive voice acting cast, scenes influenced by films like Cobra and The Warriors.
Kill 'em all!
The design team's cinematic influence is further expressed in a series of nods towards specific film scenes which can be accessed by discovering secret areas within the levels. This is the kind of thoughtful detail which demonstrate the pure love that went into crafting the atmosphere of Huntdown. And that captivating atmosphere grows hypnotic when you factor in the music, a synthesized dreamland of metal and bass. Tommy Gustafsson is also credited for the music as an additional feather in his Huntdown hat.
Look out!
Next, I'd like to highlight the exceptional level design in Huntdown. 20 beautifully detailed stages and 20 maniacal bosses. This apocalyptic cityscape is clever, challenging, and fun to traverse. The platforming blends thoughtfully with its setting to the point of turning it into an art form. Traveling through cross-sections of urban infrastructure, you duck in, out, and behind from cover, often having to backtrack, searching for resources and weapons before moving forward again with your strategy and armaments renewed. There's also plenty of fun, destructible elements spread throughout. Also important is the balance of the weapons. This is a game where you can choose to skillfully and stealthily slice your way through using only a katana blade, or go guns blazing with explosive rocket launchers and Uzis. You explore neon back alleys and blown apart cinema and shopping centers, clearing out a wide assortment of enemies. As a very fun side quest, you're also hunting down hidden stashes in secret areas, which often require a discerning eye to discover their hidden location. Other times you will come across Shifty stash couriers. When you stumble upon one of these agents, a frantic foot chase ensues through chaotic enemy territory until you either catch them or fall just short. Quite often, mini-boss battles will ambush you with an overwhelming flood of enemies, or on occasion, the fight is expanded from the constraints of the 2D plane of battle in surprising ways.
The bosses themselves are challenging throwbacks to the many forms of enemy pattern from times past. As they dance along their intricate paths, you must react quick and die often, resetting the battle. Boss fights must be completed on one life, but endless continues allow you to experiment freely with your strategy.
That's what I'm talking about.
And with this quality gameplay, there is a constant progression, a satisfying progression in the difficulty, and a progression in the setting, from steaming underground tunnels to epic cityscapes and beyond. It's a world worth exploring and re-exploring every last nook and cranny. In an era where we are treated to masterpiece after masterpiece in this wonderful age of gaming, this is a small underdog that over time may easily be swallowed up in the abyss of media deluge we find ourselves in. That is why I urge you in this message, don't skip Hunt Down.
Right on, baby.